Hello students, today we will discuss about elements of realism and social picture in the untouchability. Okay. Mulkraj Anand is known as the champion of the underdogs of Indian society who raised his voice against the exploitation of the poor helpless people. He has opposed class differences, hypocrisy, and injustice with the poor. In the preface, of two lovers and a word, he says, as my work broke new ground and represented a departure from the tradition of previous Indian fiction. It seemed to become significant and drew the attention of the critics. He believes that the villains are the social traditions we will find something in every novel, whether fully or untouchable. In the untouchable, the class differences and the miserable plight of the poor sweepers has been exposed so that it quickly appeals to the readers. Although there are some conflicting opinions about realism, but it is certainly true that everything is quite as we find around us every day. The people of the untouchable community have been tolerating injustice for so long that they have now become habitual of it and take it as their inevitable fate. We know their psychology from a single remark in the novel. They think we are dirt because we clean their dirt. The Untouchable achieved immediate popularity as a realistic work in which Anand has exposed the hypocrisy of the so-called higher class of Indian society. There is nobody anywhere to sympathize with poor Baka, a young child of the sweeper family, and he is badly humiliated wherever he goes. He is responsible for the cleanliness in the remnant, though he does not like this park. He has no other alternative before him. He depends on the mercy of others, still is hardly satisfied and does not get full meal both the times. This attack on the Indian society is very pointed when Baka experiences that the English and the Muslims treat him more sympathetically than the Hindus. They continuously abuse him. Their hypocrisy and religious falsehood is exposed in the scene of Hindu soldier. He notices that they put on only the loin cloths and the sacred thread twisted around their left ear. They are bathing and singing Ram Ram, which is quite contrary to their real behavior. Baka is deeply hateful to such things like a child. He also cries a desire to look grand and eat such things like a child. Grand and eat delicious things, but he knows that they cannot afford them. These internal tortures are enhanced by Another experience that the untouchables were not allowed. To take water out of the well themselves, it is reserved only for the high caste Hindus. They think that if an untouchable comes near it, it will be polluted, so they have to depend upon their superiors for water into their pots. The condition of these sweepers shows that they have left every hope of reform and are now on the mercy of fate. Sometimes we feel that the ugliness, the squalor, and the misery pass into their souls. They live in separate colonies meant only for them. They are slums full of mud walled houses far away from the town. It is inhabited by the sweepers of the leather workers, washermen, and weavers. Moreover, their family conditions are extremely pitiable. Their life is extremely miserable that sometimes they have to go without water. There is no chance of their education, and even in their own community. There are lots of differences. Mohini is very badly humiliated at the well, and there is nobody to defend her. The whole atmosphere is very suffocating. The tent of the narrow, dingy little prison cells of their one-roomed homes lurks in them. Vakha goes to the open cells of air of the town and realizes the difference. They are not allowed to enter the temples lest it should be polluted. Once Vakha enters there, which creates a confusion among the priests and the worshippers. Pandit Kalinath cries, "You people have only been polluted from a distance. I have been," cries, "you people have only been defiled contact. It will be polluted if any untouchable enters within 60 yards of it." This hypocrisy is beautifully exposed when the same Pandit tries to molest Sohini. So Bakha views him as Brahmin dog. These untouchables collect food from the remains of the party and go from door to door begging for food. They have to keep themselves only on the steps, and the women throw bread to him, which sometimes falls into water. Forrester once remarked, "The sweeper is worse off than a slave. The sweeper is bound forever." Bakha is unable to go to school in spite of his wishes because the portals of schools were open only for the sons of the high caste Hindus. The people do not tolerate a sweeper on the road. Vakha purchased jalebis and enjoyed them when all of a sudden he touches a high caste Hindu. Consequently, he was badly abused and beaten as soon as he is seen on the road. The people cry, "Posh, keep away, Posh." Soon as he is seen on the road, the people cry, "Posh, keep away, Posh." Sweeper is coming. Such humiliation has created a deep hatred for the high caste in his heart. He feels, "I am sweeper, untouchable, untouchable, untouchable." That is the word, untouchable. I am an untouchable. His heart is thus deeply pained at this idea and is always afraid within himself. He became the humble, oppressed underdog that he was by birth. The priest, the shopkeeper, the common man, everybody hated him. Whenever he purchases anything from the shop, he puts the coin down and the shopkeeper first washes it with water. Anand. In this way, shows that these untouchables are so useful for the society. Still, they are practically outcast, treated hatefully.